Total government is here. Left and right is actually up and down. Communist, Nazis, up and down. Okay? Left and right is anarchy, as our founders understood it. Anarchy, total government. This was the king in their day. This was just, the states can't live with each other. They're hassling each other. The society is breaking down. We have moved up and down this scale over the years. Okay? And then, this weekend, I was doing some research on something else, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's not anarchy like this. It is anarchy like that. Have you ever heard of the Black Flag movement? Where's the symbol? Do I have the... Here's the symbol. Black flag. Okay? The black flag is supposed to represent the absence of a flag. It is a rejection of any form of representation or institutions representing people. It was commonly used by anarchists. Black flag movement started in the late 1800s. What else started in the late 1800s? Oh, communism. It has a history here in America. April 1919. Do your homework. Look this up. April 1919, here in America, through June of that same year, anarchists set off a series of bombings to fuel the Red Scare of 1919. They targeted politicians, other government officials. I think the first person may have even gotten his hands blown off was like the mayor of Seattle. Luckily, they marked 36 people as their victims. 30 booby-trap bombs were sent. They were all supposed to go off. Most of them didn't because they screwed up. It was like the guy in Times Square the other day that just couldn't make it happen. They failed because they were incompetent. But the day they were all supposed to go off, May Day, the Communist Revolutionary Day. Second note I want to make before I explain this whole theory, the second piece of history that you need to know. It's on Karl Marx. Have you ever asked yourself, look out, he's got a gun in his jacket, and he intends to kill about 10 to 20% of the people. Have you ever asked yourself, how is it that so many people still think that this guy's ideas will work? Every single time they've been implemented, not only have they failed, but they have failed to the tune of over 100 million deaths at the hands of tyrants with too much power. And 100 million dead, that is that's a gift to Karl Marx. The excuse that Marxists give is that, well, it hasn't been done right. It hasn't been done the right way yet. No, actually, if you know the writings of Karl Marx, what he says is it has to be done with the right conditions, the right way, in the right country. That country? A country like us. A massive capitalist state that implodes, goes into revolution, and then you can change everything. Here's exactly what Marx said. Ready? At a certain stage of their development, that'd be a country like us, the material forces of production in society come into conflict with the existing relations of production. With the change of economic foundation, the entire immense superstructure is more or less rapidly transformed. In considering such transformations, the distinction should always be made the material transformation of the economic conditions of production, which can be determined with the precision of natural science, and the legal, political, religious, aesthetic, or philosophic, in short, the ideological forms in which men become conscious of this conflict and fight it out. You got it? Okay? They're talking about fundamental transformation, not just of the economy, but everything, religious everything. That's what a Marx believer believes. And the ideal country, the prize country, the one that will prove him right once and for all, is this one. Now, the most idyllic capitalist giant of a nation, it has to begin to collapse. And then they can point to capitalism and say, it's failed. It doesn't work. What did we just hear Andy Stern say? It should never be resurrected. Then they can implement their Marxist utopia here. That's what many of the people that are in and around this president and this White House are going for, like it or not.